Lights go down, the sirens sound. You know what time it is. Detail. You know what time it is. Stealing our veins and fire in our eyes. When chaos rises, we're the last line. Step in the ring, step into the fight. We keep the order on a Friday night. When the crowd gets loud and the tension's high, you know the Guardians have arrived. We are the silent security detail. Stand your ground or you will fail. When the storm begins to rise, we bring the thunder to the fight. No fear, no backing down. We run this battlefield of SmackDown. When the warning lights reveal, you face it down. Security detail. Security detail.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday night. It is time for the SmackDown Security Detail as SmackDown is invading the O2 Arena in London, England. Be prepared for a hot crowd, guys, as we prepare for the final show before Night of Champions tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern, guys. And once again, we are taking a look at everything that took place that led up to what is now going to be the triple threat match tomorrow night for the WWE Championship. We're looking at when Gunther and Cody had their championship matchup with Sami Zayn as the special referee, and just how Sami handled the matchup. Now, in my personal opinion, Sami was a professional in this ring, and you got nobody to blame but Gunther and Cody for putting their hands on Sami Zayn. And Sami just going off the rails here. Gunther powerbombing Sami, powerbombing Cody. Another official did try to get in, but Sami yanked that official out. Sami pulling the old Earl Hebner and kicking the hands of Gunther and then initiating the fast count. And we are looking at that restart that ended with Sami Zayn giving the haluva kick to Gunther, decking the referee, and then decking Cody Rhodes. As we saw Sami entering the building, now Gunther is entering the building. And our WWE champion, Cody Rhodes, all three men in the arena tonight. And yeah, we do have a homecoming for Paige, as Paige will be taking on JC Jane in one-on-one action tonight. We got Bobby Stats coming in saying hello. He just had to hit that like button on YouTube, and he's hoping I'm having a great Friday. I'm having a decent Friday, Bobby. Thank you for that like. But we are ready for SmackDown tonight. And starting things off, our United States champion, Trick Williams, coming out. With his manager Lil Yachty coming out here. Bobby Stats saying that he's watching SmackDown as well. Hope everybody out there is watching SmackDown and following along with what we are doing here with the SmackDown security detail. But yeah, we know Trick tomorrow has a very important matchup as he's looking to defend and successfully retain the United States Championship against number one contender Ricky Saints. Could this be Trick's toughest match to date? We'll have to find out tomorrow afternoon, guys. And Trick is now milking that crowd, getting them to keep chanting that "Whoop That Trick" chant that has become synonymous with him. And Trick has got that stick, and so does Yachty, and they're chatting it up right now in that ring, saying that they think the people here in London missed Trick Williams and Little Boat, as Trick called him. Trick saying he doesn't just miss SmackDown, referring to when he was not on the show last week, but he's going to tell everybody what had taken place. So last week he went to Jamaica, and Lil Yachty was there. Lash Legend was there. Okay. And Trick and Lash tied the knot, and they are married. And now they're going to talk about the little bit of an after party that they did. Talking about hand rolled cigars, salmon, chicken, rice, big booty everywhere, and it was so crazy. Love was in the air. Talking about how the wedding was the best day of his life. Everyone, his friends were there, his family was there. And when she said, "I do," and then, okay, I'm just not going to repeat what Trick said there, but I think you guys get it. Sending a little personal message to Lash Legend, who is not on the show tonight, saying that he is thinking about her. And now he's on to bigger, better things. Talking about his match with Ricky Saints. High step into SummerSlam with his lemon pepper steppers and the ring on his finger. And the United States Championship belt will be around his waist. And now here comes the number one contender, Ricky Saints, making his way out. Oh, wow. Ricky Saints coming out saying, congratulations to him being married. But what that tells Ricky Saints is that he is not good at making life decisions. Saying he is your wife, your mama's favorite child, the absolute Ricky Saints. He's going to smack him down like London Bridge. Ricky's saying he doesn't think he understands what happens right now. He seemed to be talking about SummerSlam, lemon pepper steppers. He wants to talk about London Bridge, little cheap pop, and saying that Trick Williams should not looking him, because tomorrow night at Night of Champions, he is going to take the title from Trick Williams. Oh, so Trick Williams saying he should look for a dentist if doesn't want them teeth kicked down his throat. Oh, and Little Yachty taking a smack from Trick Williams from Ricky Saints, and Ricky Saints rolling out and getting out of there. And now, Trick just got attacked, and now Ricky running out again. I think he's playing a little bit of mind games, I guess, on old Trick Williams here. As once again tomorrow night, United States Championship match. We're taking a look at last Friday when Liv Morgan defeated Charlotte Flair. I almost said Charlotte Morgan. When she defeated Charlotte to advance into the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament, the finals, which we will see tomorrow when she goes one-on-one with Io Sky. And right now we've got Alexa Bliss here. And with the attacks of Jade, and we're looking to get an update on Charlotte because we know last week Charlotte seemed to have suffered some kind of a knee injury. Well, now Alexa Bliss and Tiffy are going to be teaming up. Tiffany now making her way to the ring here. Thank you, Bobby Stats. We enjoy having you in our chat. But our Women's United States Championship champion is making her way to the ring. As they are going to be taking on BFAB and Michin up next. And Alexa Bliss now making her way to the ring, guys. Bobby Sad saying that yesterday he watched Candice LeRae wrestle on WWE main event last night against JC Jane, and that there's a possibility that perhaps Candice LeRae can step in and challenge for a women's mid-card championship. And you know what? I would not be too opposed to that. I could see that eventually coming to fruition. But as we know right now, Jade is that number one contender. But BFAB and Michin are the women that Tiffany and Alexa have to worry about tonight before Tiffy's U.S. title defense against against Jade Cargill. Sorry, I'm just I got distracted here just watching just how fantastic Tiffany is in that ring right now. Oh, now here comes Alexa Bliss and Michin. Michin better look out here. Oh, and Alexa teeing off with those forearms and those knees and that standing drop kick. But right now, we're going to take ourselves just one quick commercial break.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, and we encourage you to check out our shop, supported entirely by Redbubble.com, so it is 100% safe and secure. Support your favorite shows and your favorite podcasters. Wear what we wear. All of the proceeds come back into our studios to bring you a better experience. And when you make a purchase, tell us about it. Email us, tag us on the socials. We will give you a shout out live on air during one or more of our weekly programs. All of that and more at turnbucklestudios.org.
Yeah, and that voice you heard there was OMD. Just let me know when you've reached the time that I've sent to you.
I can't even see my screen, unfortunately, so it's really, really hard to tell. Crud. No, okay, what's...
But yeah, we are right in the middle of a tag team match between Michin and BFAB as they are taking on Tiffany Stratton and Alexa Bliss.
Okay, just give me 1 second here to jump over and look closer at my TV.
Okay. And as OMD does that, we are I'm just totally excited for what to expect out of the main event, or out of tomorrow's show, I should say, Night of Champions. And yeah, this is going to be, I think it's going to be a great show, guys. Yeah. Now, you guys in the chat, give me your predictions on what you think could happen between Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton there. I'm very intrigued to see what you guys think. I think it's, personally myself, I think it's Jade's time to become the women's champion. Or I mean the women's United States champion.
All right.
Okay, so let's go. Oh, Alexa Bliss already looking for. Oh, Meeching was quick to get out of that. She was looking for
Yes.
Sister Abigail. Now, we were just talking before you came back about who could win between Tiffany and Jade tomorrow afternoon.
I have Tiffany retaining the title. Because I don't need to see Jade just decimate her again, but I have Tiffany retaining, though it's going to be via Jade being DQ'd or counted out.
Yeah, and I got Jade winning it. Straight up winning it.
No, it's fair, and Jade deserves it, but we also know that Jade does want to make a jump or make a move at some point to have family time on Fridays. And I think that is one of the big reasons why I'm going to have Tiffany retain tomorrow as well.
On that flipping stunner maneuver of Tiffany Stratton, just taking BFAB down right now. When we talk about like women who have like made improvements in their in-ring, I can't wait to see just what comes of BFAB in like the next few months and all that.
Right. So I have to ask, like, I know that Tiffany teamed with Charlotte just a few weeks ago, but where is Charlotte tonight?
She's injured.
Oh.
She got hurt last week.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I kind of figured Jade was going to show up. And I kind of got that feeling that was going to happen. BFAB and Meechin picking up the win.
Okay, I missed it.
What were you doing? It was on your screen.
Okay. And now they're all circling Alexa, but it looks as though here comes Chelsea Green.
Yeah, that's not Alexa. Stick. That's not Alexa. That's Tiffy. Alexa's knocked out at the timekeeper's table.
Yeah.
And Chelsea just starts outsmarted every one of them. Chelsea. I thought Chelsea was going to go for a dive or something.
Right? But no, Chelsea embracing with both Tiffany and Alexa, though still a little bit more of a confusing embrace.
Well, this is more Alexa is just doing it because they share a common enemy in Jade and her crew.
Yeah.
And she was just looking to dish out some revenge.
Yeah.
But WWE Unreal premiering season 3 premieres Tuesday, July 21st.
As we are looking at what happened last week here in the tag team championship match, where Solo caused a distraction to his own team, and they lost the tag team championships. And Tama and Tala here walking out.
Yeah, we got to get an answer on this situation. Oh. Tama saying that we're tired of getting dragged into the bloodline war. Wow. Tala saying that they just got word from the elders and they're out. The
Yep.
MFTs are done.
Yes. Wow. What does this mean for Solo Sikoa now?
It means a commercial break for me, so a commercial break for everyone else.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. And if you have ever wanted your break in podcasting, content creation, or to help us out behind the scenes, hit the join button. Send us your creds by email. Tell us how you can help us, how we can help you. We will sit down as a collective and find the right fit. All of that and more at turnbucklestudios.org.
Yeah. Look at that beautiful skyline of London there.
I don't know. I've got Fraxium on my screen. As Nathan Frazier is making his way into the ring for action here tonight.
For the true AAA Cruiserweight title.
All right.
And our AAA Cruiserweight champion, Ray Phoenix, going to make his way to the ring right now.
Yes. This is a new... I don't remember his intro being this dark.
Well, because they gave him an entrance that doesn't look like Penta's.
right?
And a new Titantron by the looks of it. That doesn't look
Yeah.
like Penta's.
Right?
And of course, they're talking about how Ray got that title. He, of course, defeated Laredo Kid back at Noche yeah.
Noche de las Grandes.
Yeah. I gotta say, that is one beautiful title.
It is.
I love those classic looking belts, and all of Triple A's titles have that classic vibe to it.
They do. Both men trying the shoulder tackle right off the bat, but it didn't work. And
Shades of like how Kurt Angle and Benoit used to start off matches, but
right?
with a bit of a luchador start.
Yeah, a lucha flair to it.
And now they're running down Nathan Frazier's accomplishments, former UK Heritage Cup champion, former tag team champion. A guy who I think could do it all in the WWE and is Nathan Frazier.
Absolutely, he could. This is a guy who just needs to really be given an opportunity to compete as a single star. And don't get me wrong, I like Fraxium as a team.
Mm-hmm.
But Frazier is, to me, he's that breakout guy that would really go a lot more places.
Axiom's got it to go places too, though.
He does. That's why I'm not going to say that Axiom is the Genetti of the group. I just see Frazier just that little bit higher, though.
Yeah. And it's still, I'll say this. I know that we use the term the Marty Jannetty of the team. Everybody uses it. But it is an unfortunate thing because we all know that had Jannetty not like had his problems, had Michaels not gotten him fired in 93,
yep,
Jannetty was also poised to strike it, to make it big as well. Back in the ring now, and Nathan Frazier's got some kind of a sleeper hold on him, but it
didn't last too long.
No, I was going to say there was enough space there where Ray Phoenix threw those elbows, because I was just thinking as I saw the way he had it locked up, I'm like, that's how I would do it. I would throw elbows at his chin.
Yeah, then you get that those beautiful chops, and then into that, again, that springboard cutter.
And then that, I call it a fireman carry suplex, basically.
Yeah.
Which is actually something I did do once in a match. I had a lighter guy in a fireman's carry, and I switched it over into a stalling suplex.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brad Venato on that one.
Phoenix seemingly in control, but here comes Nathan Frazier back to catch him at the top rope.
I know that I talk about like wrestlers from AAA coming in and interrupting these matches, but at some point, I know it doesn't happen, but I'd like to see it at some point. And even during these matches with uh, Ray Phoenix defending his title on SmackDown here, I wouldn't mind if Laredo Kid showed up and like just beat the snot out of him and said, "Hey, I want another shot at that title." You know,
Right?
I wouldn't mind that, and I think that's some of the AAA inclusion I would like to see is some angles taking place over on SmackDown, a Raw, or something like that,
Yeah.
just so you can entice people to tune in Saturdays at 10 p.m. to watch the show.
Yes.
Bobby Sats is coming in saying that he likes that Ray Phoenix is defending the title on SmackDown and representing AAA as well. It's nice to see Frazier getting an opportunity at the title, but he's also asking, who on the SmackDown roster would you like to see against Ray Phoenix for the AAA Cruiserweight title? Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, we're getting this match, but yes, Gargano.
Once Gargano gets out of this funk, I would love to see that. I would say Fraxium, but Fraxium already had a shot a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Mello's light enough. Why not you can put Mello in there.
Mello. If only he were a cruiserweight, I would say Kit Wilson.
Yeah, he just has to take the Matt Hardy diet to get to the cruiserweight level.
Right?
Maybe drink some of that low-fat soy milk that Matt advertised he drinks.
Right?
A little bit of Matt facts for you guys out there. Could all use a little Mattitude in our life.
I don't know if Finn Balor fits the criteria, Bobby, but it's a good call on that match.
Finn's lighter than Ray Phoenix, so yeah, he would fit it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's a tiny boy. Finn goes at about 190 pounds, soaking wet. Really, he's just like complete lean muscle. That's all he is.
Yeah.
But no, I would love to see that in Phoenix too. I would even put Ray over on Raw and have him defend against some of the cruiserweights there. Like imagine him. I think him and Ray could put on him and Rey Mysterio could put on a good match. Him and Dragon Lee would have a great match.
What about having just a champion versus champion match, no titles on the line? Ray and his brother Penta.
And the Mexican Muscle Buster, that's got to do it. Yep. That was a hell of an outing for both men there. A hell of an outing for
It was.
Nathan Frazier. What I like about watching Nathan Frazier is when he's in these, when you know he's not going to win, because we all knew going into this match he more than likely wasn't going to win, and he didn't. But he gives you that belief that maybe he is going to win when he wrestles these matches.
Yeah.
We've seen that happen when he fought in the U.S. Open title challenge a few times.
Yep. Bobby also suggesting Ray Phoenix and JD McDonough on Raw. Yes.
Yeah.
How about Rey Mysterio defending it against the king of the luchadors, Dirty Dom?
Now, are we going to get the sign of respect that Axiom gave? Well, Ray's giving him the sign of respect with that bow. There it is.
Yep.
This was also in front of Nathan Fraser's home country, is it not?
Yes,
He's
it
from
was.
England. And speaking of champions, our tag team champions, everybody, the Judgment Day. Oh, yes. This is what I need to see here. So, Byron Saxton asked Truth and Priest, what's next? And of course, Priest and Truth were like, yeah, we want to move on from the MFTs. Then the AAA tag team champions walked into the house and said, yeah, we want next. I want to see this. I don't know if I want a title for title. Yeah, maybe. Because the War Raiders are currently like this team that's they're trying to prove their dominance within the tag team world. And they're on this quest because they got the AAA tag gold. Now they want WWE tag gold. I wouldn't be surprised as if they won this match. If this match is going to take place when and where, we won't know. I guess we'll find out sooner or later. But I wouldn't be surprised if the War Raiders won this match. Then they go over to Raw and go after the Street Profits for the Raw tag team titles in a belt collecting type of thing, but with a tag team spin on it.
Yes, and now we've got LA Knight coming into the arena here tonight. I'm guessing he's got some questions over what happened on Monday.
Yeah. That was Solo showed up, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And gave LA Knight the victory over Jimmy.
Which is I'm thinking I might want to retract my statement about the MFT being done. What if that segment was done as a ploy on LA Knight?
Right?
We've seen things like that done before where they tease the breakup of a stable and only for that stable to reunite at the end of the show to attack whomever their target was, you know? And we are just looking at the utter dominance of Obafemi as he is going to be getting set for his match tomorrow night against Jey Uso.
Yes, he is.
And sorry, Jay, but I got Oba winning.
Yeah, I don't want Oba to win. I'm taking Jay to win. Now, tomorrow afternoon, whoever wins this match, do we see Roman and or Cody come out to say who's it going to be?
Well, we'll have to find out tomorrow when this match is going to be on the first hour of ESPN.
Okay.
But at the same time, Oba already said he's going after Roman. Jay already said he's going after Cody.
Jay said he's going after Cody, but I mean, it could be a ploy on Jay's part.
True.
Oba just put a little more stink and emphasis on the World Heavyweight Championship for Raw, but did say, who am I going after? Is it the Undisputed Championship or is it the World Heavyweight?
Yeah, we're looking at what happened on Monday when Solo interrupted the match between Jimmy and LA Knight, and they were putting on a good match until Solo came and messed everything up.
And LA Knight there again indicating, yeah, I had no idea what was going on.
He legitimately didn't, because
I know.
He's got nothing to do with Solo. He doesn't want anything to do with the Bloodline, but the Bloodline want things to do with him.
Yep.
He's just trying to get his revenge and move on.
And it is time for me to listen in and hear what the megastar has to say.
What are you saying? Let me talk to you. Yeah. Yeah, now he's talking about how Solo unexpectedly assisted LA Knight in that victory on Monday. And now it looks like he's calling out Solo. And Solo is riding solo right now.
Solo, of course, making his way to the ring after being called out by LA Knight, who is saying, yeah, it was an unexpected assist after Jimmy, who I somewhat respect, and I had a good battle.
And the crowd chanting, "Oh, Solo Sokoa."
First time I've ever heard Solo get chanted for.
For some reason, though, and they're chanting, "We love you, Solo." Yeah, LA Knight, you're right on that one. That was catchy. What if Solo's out here to recruit LA Knight in the fight against the Bloodline? Yeah, Solo saying, I don't know if you watched earlier, but everybody in the family left him. And LA Knight's like, so? His heart doesn't pump purple piss, everyone. And now the crowd chanting OTC, chanting for Roman Reigns. You're not going to get Roman tonight, guys. Oh, Solo flat out saying he hates that damn family. He hates the bloodline. He is getting emotional, guys. He hates Jacob. He hates the Usos. He hates Roman. And he's saying the only way he'd feel better is if he finished them. And saying that there is one thing that they have in common, and that they both do not like the bloodline. And LA Knight saying you should hate Roman Reigns for everything that he has done to him, for everything that he's done to them, Jimmy, Jay, Jacob. And yet what's happened with them, everything. Talking about how much Roman has done compared to Solo Sikoa. And now how Jay went from the main event to the baggage handler. The enemy of the enemy can be my friend. Wow. Saying that he wants to work with LA. They want to be partners, that he wants to be partners to take out the bloodline. This is just insane, folks. LA Knight saying, does he hate the bloodline? Yes. Is he outnumbered? Yeah. And of course, saying that those numbers have worked against him. I missed what he said there. LA Knight saying he lives and dies doing things his own way, and he will live and die the same way. Being himself, the only way he can. So he's basically turning down Solo's invitation to join forces against the bloodline.
And LA Knight doing the thanks, but no thanks. Are we going to see something come together here, sort of reluctant partners? And I'm even going to go this route. So that maybe we go to a Sammy Cody type of thing. Could we get both Jay and Oba taken out in the locker room before their match so that neither of them can actually make tomorrow night for the King of the Ring?
And I don't think that's going to happen. I like the look on Candice LeRae's face. Like, she's like, I don't really want to be here. I just want Johnny to get better. I wonder at what point does Johnny get better? And I wonder at what he does. Does he maybe show up in the triple threat tomorrow and somehow help Sammy to the title?
He very well could. That would be very, very intriguing. I think it might be another situation like we saw when Oba made his SmackDown debut and Johnny Gargano got off of there, went out there and said, it's time to get back to Johnny freaking wrestling.
Yeah.
Maybe this becomes a situation where, you know, Sammy doesn't win tomorrow, realizes he needs some help and says, Johnny, let's go get the gold, and maybe he wakes Johnny up.
What if it takes Danhausen to wake Johnny up?
Right?
He just electrocutes him and Johnny's back, you know? But here come our women's tag team champions as Paige is getting set for one-on-one action against JC Jane.
Yes, she is. And after the tag team championship match we saw on Monday night, which Paige and Brie, as you can clearly tell, retained, we saw Lyra turn heel on Bayley. But Paige, again, in front of her home country, is now going one-on-one with JC Jane. Is this, if JC picks up the victory, does this get Fatal Influence another tag team title show?
I'd have to think so, and I'd have to think that they win at that point. And I was going to say, I wouldn't mind if it is Fallon Henley and
Laney Reed?
Yeah, thank you. Laney Reed. But then it occurred to me that it'd actually be cooler if it was defended under Freebird rules.
Right?
At least until JC Jane finally gets her singles title.
Yeah. Now, I know I missed the first 20 minutes of the show. Have we seen Julia and Kiana James yet?
No. The opening promo, the opening stuff is not much to go back and watch. So what it was we saw Ricky Saints, or we saw Trick Williams come out. Trick Williams announced that why he missed SmackDown last week. He was in Jamaica getting married to Lash Legend.
Yep.
Then they had their last. Then Trick Williams, Ricky Saints came out, cut a promo saying about how he's going to win the U.S. title tomorrow afternoon. Blah blah blah. Then he attacked Little Yachty. Ricky tried to make the runaway as Trick chased him, but then Trick turned around and decided to go check on Little Yachty. Ricky Saints ran back in and attacked Trick.
Okay. Now, do we see in this case because we are anticipating, of course, that Fatal Influence and Brie will get involved. Do we anticipate the return of Nikki in this situation here today?
I don't think so. I think this is just going to be a match for the sake that Paige is having a match in London, you know?
Okay.
But again, on the other side, if Fatal Influence does take the win here, JC Jane here, I got to imagine that she's going to be like, we want a women's tag team title match, and we want it at Saturday night's main event.
Yeah. JC Jane with that beautiful super kick to Jade. Or to Paige, sorry. Paige, Jade, Paige. It's all the same to me.
Oh, Paige just slapped the taste out of JC Jane there.
Yes, she did.
Now, I do expect at some point that I'm going to assume that after tomorrow we're going to see Trick and Lash Legend probably go on their honeymoon.
Right.
But I got a feeling that at some point, I think the Irresistible Forces are going to want to step in and say, "Hey, we need a title shot too," you know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then, of course, BFAB and Meechin are going to want to step in and say, "Hey, look, we want a shot. We beat Tiffany Stratton and Alexa Bliss earlier tonight.
Yep.
We want to step in and get that shot."
Do we go back to that potential four-way match at either Saturday night's main event or at SummerSlam?
It's possible. But if they do it that way, I kind of would like to see it as a way to showcase all of the women's tag teams and as a way to set up like the remainder. I guess you could say the remainder of the year if that's going to be at SummerSlam
Yeah.
for what's to come with the women's champions. You know, similar to what they're doing with Penta in the Intercontinental title right now.
Yeah.
And with what they did at WrestleMania with everybody.
And there's that Page Turner. One of Page's old finishes, but JC able to kick out of that.
I've never been a fan of that maneuver.
I actually liked it better than the Rampage. Ooh, JC with a modified version of a Claymore.
Oh, I thought she was going to get it on that. JC, yeah, the announcer saying JC looks a little bit frustrated.
Oh, Paige barely able to roll the shoulder up as JC had her feet on the ropes. And now, yeah, we are getting Fatal Influence taking out Brie Bella.
Well, more Lainey Reed.
Paige still stealing the victory in her homeland.
And we got Danhausen with I was gonna say with Miz and Kit Wilson, but Zack Ryder's now walked in on this situation as well. Uh-oh. Now you've lost Kit Wilson and the Miz there, Danhausen. You got to go find him. And there's Berto and Garza.
Oh, and now we've got the Tongans leaving, but they're encountering Finn Balor.
I was still on Danhausen. Now I've got the Tongans leaving. Bobby said he's back. Are you better than ever?
As Tama's saying something about Shinsuke's been after us too.
And look how that went, because they attacked Shinsuke a few weeks back. And we're about to get cursed, everyone. Because here comes Danhausen. With his I'll call them minions for now.
Yes.
Miz and Kit Wilson. They look like extras in The Walking Dead. Nah, to a degree, yeah. But Miz looks more like the main character from Eraserhead, and Kit Wilson looks like Bride of Frankenstein.
Yes. But notice, like, Miz has been going back to his old catchphrases, using the hoorah from the Marines, of course. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. And I absolutely love this. Like, is there anything that this guy cannot do?
All three of these guys are just very entertaining right now.
They are.
But I gotta wonder, at what point do Miz and Kit Wilson snap out of it? And I wonder how that goes. Hello, Londonhausen. Welcome to Danhausen TV. Love it. Oh, the Legion of Danhausen, he's calling them. Give it up for the hometown boy, Kit Wilson. Totally forgot he's from England.
As they are not so politely interrupted here by Los Garza.
Yeah, they're trying to collect the the money that the human monies that Danhausen supposedly owes them. Which leads me to believe that we're probably going to get Matt Cardona out here shortly too.
No, I think we're just going to get them cursed. Oh, you're right.
I kind of like that they're giving something for Cardona to do. Oh, Aldis is out there now. Saying he doesn't know exactly what this is. Neither do we, dude. Neither do we. And he's booked a tag team match, playa.
Yes, he has. It is Matt Cardona and Danhausen taking on the team of Los Garza.
And I'm at a commercial break. So let's
tell the people about all of our fine programming here at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program.
Yeah, let's do it.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays let us power your dreams with the Xbox Showcase at 9 p.m. Friday we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown SecuiryDetail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room presents Wrestling Recap Delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times, as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, and there is something for you here each and every night of the week. So, we want you to meet the team behind those shows under the host section: Mr. Best, myself, Bubba Duke, Logan Thompson, Chris Parrish, and Carl Carafel. Click on our individual links to get our socials and watch our latest weekly live episodic programming. All of that and more, turnbucklestudios.org.
I don't know why, but when I just saw Matt Cardona kick Berto into the corner, I thought he was going for a haluva kick for a second.
Oh, jumpins.
And let's be honest too, like I mentioned, I'm happy that Cardona's got something going on. I'm also happy to see that Garza and Berto have something as well.
Right? Would it be out of the realm of possibility? And I'm going to say a little bit further down the road for Matt Cardona to turn heel, because we know his history with The Miz. And you have Cardona sort of lead this new group.
I need Cardona to step into the United States title picture at some point, and I don't see it happening till like maybe after SummerSlam, because one of my early predictions for a SummerSlam match is Trick Williams and Mello for the US title.
Yep.
And I realize that with this angle, if this is something that they're going to continue, this is probably something you could do, but with Cardona, but it feels like it would be just very short term.
Right.
Because at some point we need to see like the Miz snap out of it. We need to see Kit Wilson snap out of this. And once again, guys, for any of you guys who don't get to watch Danhausen wrestle that often, he's a far better worker than he looks like he could be.
Right.
And that's what I've always said about some of these comedy wrestlers, especially lately. Like, we'll go all the way back to like Santino Marella. Santino is a fantastic wrestler.
Yep.
And was able to back it up. Danhausen, great comedy wrestler, able to back it up. Orange Cassidy is also a pretty dang good wrestler for someone who's just a comedy gimmick.
Yes, but we just saw as Garza went for a chair. Miz got in his path. Kit Wilson able to pull it away from behind him, and then
took the Rough Rider.
Yes.
Oh, for a second I thought Hausen had it. Oh, and yep. That's why you don't turn your back on Danhausen there, Berto. You just got cursed.
Yes, you did.
Good night, Hausen. Oh, and then there's R-Truth, obviously, comedy character, but dude can throw down when he needs to.
Right? But now, I mean, let's not forget the guys who do it, like, who aren't out there to just be comedy characters. Like, let's look at the guys who can do it with the subtlety. And I mean, Sheamus, Vladimir Kozlov.
Rusev. Let's face it, Rusev Day was a comedy gimmick, but it got over. And he ran with it. But now, as we're looking, as I see Danhausen and Cardona still celebrating in the ring, we talk about beefing up the tag team division. I would not be too opposed with these two gentlemen going after the tag titles.
Right?
And the ring general Gunther with Byron Saxton. Byron's a busy boy tonight.
Yes, he is.
If there's one thing I would change up about these interview setups is I wouldn't mind if they brought back the old backdrop for interviews. I know that I think they still do that, but I don't think you need to interview them at random areas of the arena. Like, why not have Gunther in his locker room? Maybe he's going through his gear or something like that, or maybe he's reading a book or going over strategy for the match tomorrow, and then you see Byron step in and talk to him, you know? Uh-oh.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
No,
Chelsea's going up against Jade next.
Yes, she is.
Rest in peace, Chelsea. As right now, we are taking a look at Io Sky, who we're looking at her path to the Queen of the Ring finals as she gets set to take on Liv Morgan tomorrow.
Yes, she does.
And we got Liv's path. And this is the match that's intriguing to me right now because I haven't really made a prediction on this one.
Right.
And the reason why it's intriguing to me is because I'm very intrigued. If Liv wins, I really would like to see how that plays out for the SummerSlam title match.
Right.
Because I get this feeling that if Io takes the win, she comes out on Monday and says, I beat you once already, and I can beat you again. Let's do it at SummerSlam.
But at the same time, she's, I believe, undefeated against her best friend, Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm with you. I do have, and I don't need Io near the title at any point right now. I'd rather see Io go and challenge a Sol Ruka, who she's got a victory over, and bring a little bit more prestige back to that Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see how Liv would fare in this match.
Pledge your allegiance to Chelsea Green. I will.
Yes. Because, again, I don't need to see Io and Rhea. And I don't need to see Liv and Rhea again.
Yes, Bobby, we should all pledge allegiance to Chelsea Green. But I am nervous for Chelsea in this matchup. Because she's got Jade. But at the same time, Tiffy and Alexa are probably going to help her out.
Well, and I believe we've seen this match before. But yeah, I think you're right. Tiffy and Alexa will probably be there to help her out. But don't be surprised if this just winds up getting thrown out. Although Jade is coming on her own, no BFAB, no Michin.
That doesn't mean anything, though. I was going to say, where did Chelsea go? But she's still in the ring.
She's there, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Starting off with a collar and elbow, I kind of was expecting Jade to kick Chelsea's head off a bit.
No, this is Jade wanting to mess around now to say she can do whatever she wants and send that message to Tiffany.
And that's exactly what she's going to do right now, because that strike done ticked Jade off. And the power of Jade Cargill coming in off that fall away
Right?
slam. I almost said fall away suplex.
Yeah. And Jade again showing her power. Chelsea using her smarts and her quickness.
She's doing everything to try and keep Jade at bay there.
Yeah. But now she's placating to the crowd and... Oh.
That was close, Chelsea. That was really close.
Yep. Oof.
Oh, now I got her going after the Unpretty Her. Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Well, I was going to say I am surprised that Jade's taking a licking from Chelsea, but yeah, she just got jaded.
Yep.
Well, no interference, but I don't think Jade really needed Beef Habit Meechin to be out there.
No.
I don't think she needs them to be out there in the U.S. title match tomorrow afternoon either.
No.
Well, here come Tiffy and Alexa now. And there's Beef Habit Meechin.
Yep.
And now Stratton is jaded.
Yes, she is.
And Byron Saxton with Solo, thus proving my point. Byron's a busy
Right?
guy tonight. They also pointed it out on commentary because he's everywhere right now. Oh, that's right, too. I forgot Solo was trying to recruit Royce Keys here, who's now talking with him.
Race Keys with a very simple good luck to Solo.
And up next, we're going to get a preview of the Night of Champions match with Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins in their cage match tomorrow night. I get the feeling that perhaps Bronson Reed makes his return tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah. That's where I'm at, too.
But the one thing I do expect in this cage match is violence.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much emotion riding on this matchup.
Yeah. And I've got to be honest with you, as I don't think, as much as I want to get some finality for now, I don't think this rivalry ends here. Yes, if Bronson Reed returns, it gives Solo somebody, or Seth somebody else to focus on.
Yeah, it continues the feud with the Vision. And
But I somehow see this going to wind up as being Seth versus Braun, Hell in a Cell to close it.
that's where I was going to go. I think it's going to lead to a Hell in a Cell match. And seeing as Hell in a Cell is not really a pay-per-view anymore, I would do it at SummerSlam.
Right?
And then if you don't finish it at SummerSlam, and let's say everybody in the Vision is healthy by the time, if Seth can round up some buddies, War Games.
Yeah. I'm going to put this one out there, and this is going to be a little bit intriguing. We've seen Solo earlier tonight try and, work an agreement with LA Knight because he hates the bloodline.
Yeah.
Could we potentially see, if Solo makes the jump back to Raw, Solo try and work with Seth to take out the bloodline and take out the Vision?
Sorry, say that question again. I was distracted by Obafemi.
Let's say Solo makes the jump back over to Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Could we potentially see him try to work with Seth to take out the bloodline and the Vision?
See, I don't know, because I'm beginning to think with everything that's taking place right now, Solo is a man with no island, so I think he's got to learn to stand on his own in this situation right now. A lot of heat coming off of both the Little Yachty and Trick Williams based on what happened earlier tonight. This might be the most heated I've seen Trick in a long time.
Right?
And I like how Lil Yachty got a little heated there. I liked that.
Yes.
Oh, Julia. What a pleasure. I thought we were getting set for main event action, but
Well, there's only about 27 minutes to go in the show. But yes, it is time for Julia versus Kiana James.
yepers. And this is based off the breakup that happened a few weeks back.
Yes, it is.
I wonder if this is where we see Blake Monroe.
Right?
Because we've all suspected that she could very well be pairing up with Kiana James. And well, we thought that would just be a good fit.
Yeah. But look at where they're from tonight, too.
That's part of the reason why.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is what we saw 3 weeks ago that led to the breakup. Was Raquel Rodriguez in the Queen of the Ring tournament getting the victory over Kiana.
Yes.
And Julia just had enough of Kiana's BS. And yeah.
Oh, what a boot there from Kiana to put Julia down.
And just looking at Julia's gear, looks like she's getting ready to audition to be Rainbow Bright.
Right? It's either that or she's creating a new version of the New Day.
What I'm liking right off the get-go is the heat between these two women is just being displayed right here.
Yes.
Because we saw what everything that led up to the breakup was a lot of we saw some passive aggressiveness between the two. We saw full-blown arguments before the blow up, and now we're getting these two women just coming to blows big time in this matchup.
Yep.
I love that. Kiana goes for the block, and Julia just stands there and waits for the block to drop.
Yep. What a headbutt there from Julia to Kiana James.
I like how Kiana dead weighted her before that, though.
Yep.
In an attempt to reverse whatever it was Julia was going for.
The Northern Plow, or whatever it's called.
Face first off the steps, that snake eyes.
Yeah.
Kiana looking to get the count-out victory. Obviously didn't get it because as we come back, we got both women laid out in the ring.
Yep.
Trading blows in the ring right now.
Right. Now, is this the sort of the blow off to this whole thing right here between Kiana and Julia, assuming this match stays one-on-one?
If this does stay one-on-one, I would have to say yes, but if my suspicions about Blake Monroe coming out, then obviously no. Because if Monroe comes out, I think that's what gives Kiana the win. And I think we see that pairing with Blake Monroe and Julia going into a feud. And then that feud would obviously have women's U.S. title implications with it.
Yeah.
Or it could even have WWE women's title implications with it because Rhea doesn't have a contender yet. And, well, we don't know how long Rhea's going to be gone for. So,
Right. Well, and this is where if Blake Monroe does get involved, does that potentially get Jordan Grace back onto our TVs in the next couple of weeks to help to team up with Julia?
I'd be okay with that.
What a beautiful Falcon Arrow from Kiana James.
Seems like everybody does the Falcon Arrow now. Seth Rollins has a variant of it. Kiana James does it. Bob Holly used to do it. That was one of his finishers.
Yep. Oh, Kiana countering the knee and then that kick into a power bomb.
Julia was looking for the Arrivederci, which is her finisher there. Now, Kiana is going upstairs. The heck's going on here? Sunset flip off the ropes there from Julia. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
There. There's the Arrivederci. And the Northern Lights Bomb. That's what it's called.
Yes.
Julia taking the win.
And clean, too. It was a straight up match, no interference.
Now, can we say Julia will move on from this situation?
I'd like to think we could, but I think you might be right. I don't think we're quite done with this yet.
No, because I would think that Kiana may want to attempt to get some kind of revenge.
And there's the Blake Monroe attack.
I called it. Blake Monroe is she's going after Julia, her first target. She made a list of targets in those vignettes too. Julia was on that list.
And using a Gotch neutralizer.
There's only one swinger who can do it better.
Right? And Blake Monroe, in her home country, and I believe her hometown, debuting here and taking out Julia.
Oh. Cody Rhodes is heading out to the ring now. Probably for one final confrontation before the triple threat match tomorrow night.
Right?
Okay, Cody. Cody walking out. He actually acknowledged the crown because he understands how important tomorrow afternoon will be, especially when it comes to his championship and the King of the Ring.
Yes. Well, it was last year, was it not, that he won the King of the Ring? Or was it 2 years ago?
It was last year. He won it and then took the belt from Cena.
Right.
It was that feud that turned John Cena babyface.
Yeah.
Because remember, Cody came out and said, I don't want to fight this John Cena. I want to fight the old John Cena.
Yeah.
I love as Cody's making their way to the ring. I've got the closed captioning on, and they're playing the lyrics of the theme song are actually on the closed captioning. I love it.
Right. But they're not going with something Cody Rhodes.
Nope.
They're dropping the ball.
So as I was looking at the card earlier today, I gotta say tomorrow's the Night of Champions card is a lot more stacked than it looks to be. You know?
Yeah.
Like to me, the card is not lackluster at all. I'm glad that they went with a 6-match presentation as opposed to the usual 5-match. It still kind of bums me out that there's only a couple of champions chip matches being featured. I mean, we got the 2 U.S. title matches and then Cody's WWE title.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, there are 5 things on the line in total with the 2 the 2 U.S. titles, the King and Queen of the Ring, and Cody's WWE title.
But you're also, the most important thing is you're getting both U.S. titles defended on a PLE.
Yeah. That's the one thing I'm going to take from that show is at least finally the women's U.S. title is getting featured on a PLE. Cody asking, what do you want to talk about? Saying at Night of Champions, the American, he didn't even get to start his sentence. Sami Zayn is on his way out. Sammy saying thank you to all the ride or die fans in London, and there seems to be quite a few of them this week, saying that they've supported him. They've supported him since day one. Of course, saying that's not why he's out there. He's not out there for the fans. He's out there for what's on Cody's shoulder, for one thing. Oh, he's apologizing for what he did to Cody last week when he clocked him with the belt.
He's not, well, he's saying, yes, I'm sorry, but he's making excuses saying, I'm provoked and I should have been better. But
I still say this as of last week. Sammy was still well within his right because he didn't provoke any of them. Gunther started the provocation. It's Gunther's fault that he lost the title last week, or lost the title match last week. Because Sammy was calling that match right down the middle. Cody's saying that Sammy is exhausting. I was kind of expecting Cody to say another word, but yeah. Cody, I'd like to remind you that Kevin Owens attacked you from behind the last time you guys had a feud. So Cody stabbed you, or Kevin stabbed you in the back once before. Telling Cody to keep Kevin Owens' name out of his damn mouth. Sammy saying that Gunther would be the WWE champion if it weren't for Sami Zayn. Saying that the only reason Cody has the title is because of Sammy. And Sammy basically saying he's going to take the title off of Cody Rhodes. And here comes the third man in that equation in Gunther. The announcer saying, "I don't think Gunther's in the mood to flap his gums." He's kind of storming towards that ring, and he's got a look of like, "I'm going to kill both these men." Yeah, Sammy saying, Gunther even agreeing with what Sammy had said about if Sammy didn't screw Gunther, Gunther would be the WWE champion right now. I've got to ask, and I can't remember, but have we seen Gunther in a triple threat situation before?
Yes, Elimination Chamber qualifier.
Oh,
Javon
not
Evans and Dom.
yeah. Okay, so guys he could have beat.
And an Intercontinental Championship match with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
So yes, Gunther can compete in triple threat matches.
Now who else is coming out? Oh, Jey Uso. Of course, he's going to lay his claim and say that he's going to take on whomever wins this match tomorrow night. And Jay's been very open about wanting to challenging Cody for the title. And I do think that, let's just say Jey Uso is successful in that match and Cody's successful in his tomorrow. Jay and Cody could be a sleeper match at SummerSlam.
Absolutely, it could be. And I mean, Jay has history with all three of these guys.
Well, he did take the World Heavyweight title from Gunther.
Yes, he did, but he also lost it to Gunther. He and Sammy, of course, the bloodline.
Yeah. And of
And
course,
they're back
Cody
and
with
forth.
the feud with the bloodline.
Yes, and of course, as well, winning the tag team championships with Cody.
Yep. Now, if Jay's out here, I kind of expect Obafemi to come out as well. Perhaps.
It's possible. I don't really see it because let's not forget that Jay is on here on orders from Roman.
Gunther doing what we all want to do sometimes with Jay when he wants to run it back like that, stopping Jay from running it back. Yeah, I knew he was going to raise the ire at Gunther and bring up the WrestleMania match. But both Gunther and Sammy have been laid out. But this is intriguing. As the announcers are saying, former tag champions. We've ran down the history between these two men. What I would like to see, though, if this match does take place, I don't want to see any bloodline at ringside.
Right.
Oh, and here comes Oba Femi.
I mean, let's not forget that Oba Femi and Cody Rhodes have unfinished business from the night of John Cena's last match.
Yeah, because they shook hands after their match and said, hey, let's meet again, you know?
Yeah. Well, and their match didn't even get to finish. Oba dressed to compete and ready for a fight. Oba using Jay's run it back time to get to the ring. With an entrance perhaps longer than Roman's.
Yeah, but at least his music stopped, and now he's taunting. Jay taking advantage of this distraction and kicking Cody's head off with that kick. Oh, there's Gunther again. Oh, there. Oh. Yeah, that's a fight I'd like to see too. I do like this tease that they're doing where Oba's just staring at them, and then it could be, and they're teasing like it could be any one of the three men if Oba is successful tomorrow. Sort of they did the same thing earlier when Jay came out, because Jay came out, made his threats to all three of them. Oba is not really having to say a word to threaten anyone, though.
But now he's there standing in the ring over Cody Rhodes.
He's got his eyes on the prize. And that is going to do it for SmackDown. Dang, what an end.
Yes.
Yeah, what did you think of that show, dude?
Solid show, great storytelling, but not a needle-moving episode for me. Solid for a go-home show.
Yeah, what it did for me was it just laid out, this is what's happening tomorrow. Get ready, be pumped. And that's all I needed. And we did see some things that set up like future feuds. I mean, we saw Blake Monroe make her debut and attack Julia, setting up that. And then we saw a possible 6-woman tag match coming up with B-Fab, Meechin, and Jade taking on Alexa, Chelsea, and Tiffany. I think that, because now I'm beginning to think that the stuff between Jade and Tiffany is not going to be finished tomorrow.
No.
Other than that, and I'm also glad too that they also put some focus on feuds that are going to be taking place tomorrow but didn't happen on SmackDown. Like we saw a video package for Io and Liv. We saw a video package for Braun and Seth. I like that they did that, and I wish that they would do that for the go homes.
I found there was a little too much of that because they did one for Jay and Oba as well.
Yeah, and I was fine with that.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, like, we already know these matches, and I know you've got to get us hyped, but it's just one of those things that for me, that's, 3 minutes that's taken away from in ring.
Yeah. But I'm fine with it. I like that they do that to remind us of other feuds, because they've been doing this for like 40 odd years. So I'm fine with it. But on that note, OMD, let the people know where everyone can be found.
Turnbucklestudios.org/hosts is where you can find all of us. You can get our socials and watch our latest weekly live episodic programs.
Yeah, and we also have a tag team partner, guys. Turnbuckle Studios has teamed up with Dubby, and it's the only tag team partner you're going to need. Go to dubby.gg, use that promo code TB Studios. Get yourself 10% off of some very delicious beverages. That is dubby.gg. OMD. What are those words we like to go out on?
As always, ladies and gentlemen, we remind you the world is better with you in it. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the SmackDown Security Detail, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.
Lights go down, the sirens sound. You know what time it is.